Hello and welcome to your weekly read. This read is for October 24th through the 30th. Today we're going to be looking at 10 areas of your life. They are physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, intention, action, outcome, subconscious, conscious, and lessons that we need to learn. And if for those of you who are wondering, this is all part of my SAGE program, these areas. So if you want to, feel free to click on some of the links above that will take you to the SAGE program. Alright, so the first thing we're going to look at is physical, and in the physical world it's saying that you get your wish. You're done, you're released from your karma. You won't go into negativity emotionally if you kind of decide what you want to do and where you want to go. So in other words, wishes come true. You won't go into negativity as long as you have a plan and let people know what that plan is. The spiritual card is the Five of Clubs, which is a representation of expressing what you believe, how you believe it. And what it talks about here is if your wishes are going to come true, you have to let people know about them. In other words, I have a friend, and they tried to sell their 63 Mustang. Well, no, it was a convertible, and it was a Corvette, pardon me. And they tried to sell this car, but it was their baby, so they kept it in the garage, but they had a for sale sign on it. But then they had a parachute over it because they didn't want to get dust on it. And they would tell people about it, and when people say, well, can I drive it or test it out, he would always say, no, I'm sorry, I took off the wheels, it's up on blocks, and the wheels are, being preserved, this, that, and the other thing. So technically, he was saying that he wanted to sell his car, but in reality, he really wasn't doing anything to let people test drive the car, get the car out there so that people could see it. This is all about advertising. You got to get out there and advertise. If your wishes are going to come true and you're not going to, if they are really likely to come true this week, you got to let people know what you're doing. You can't just hide. And by telling people what you want to do, where you want to go, and what the plan is, you won't go into negativity as long as you're honest with them. Share with what you know. It says it right now, Spirit, Yahweh, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to help you. Your intention is for you to help you take a leap of faith and do something healthier than what you've done before, especially around family and new projects. So the intention is to be the most fullest, best version of yourself you can. In order for that to happen, you're going to have to do something new. New things, new situations. If you're a weightlifter, go to Pilates. If you are a physics teacher, read a history book. These are the kinds of things that you're going to need to do this week in order for you to be healthy, centered, and balanced. Now, the subconscious is all about family, who is and who is not your family, and what are the new things that you want to do with your family. Because in the conscious world, it talks about doing new things. So if you've gone to a movie theater, don't take your family to a movie theater. If you've taken them to a bowling alley, don't take them to a bowling alley. Do something new. Take them fishing. Take them to a museum. Do something new. It says when it comes to time and energy management, do something new this week. Especially with family, it will not hurt you. Take your loved ones out to a new place, a new restaurant, a new situation. If you're always Applebee's people, go to Olive Garden. If you're always Mandarin Oriental, go to Holiday Inn. Do something to change it up. See how the other half lives, as they say. The best and most important thing is figure out, though, this week, how much time and energy you have, especially with and around family. Because it says work with family is going to be important, especially when it comes to doing new and different things. You have this ability to manifest and bring out your best side and their best side as long as you are able to do new and fun things that enlighten, engage, and spiritually uplift them in a healthy and positive way. If that is the case, your wishes come true and you won't go into negativity, because what it says is that the time and energy that you've spent will be well worth it because everybody knows what's going on. Now, I am a big, vegetables and some meat kind of person when I eat, okay? But if somebody says, hey, we'd like you to buy a stack of Girl Scout cookies, I'm pretty much a sucker because I want to help out. So I spend the money and give the cookies away. It's one of those things this week, you can get away with all kinds of stuff as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. You don't have to do the old things in the old ways. Why am I saying it this way? Because If you tell people what you're doing and why you're doing it, then you won't go into negativity. In other words, hey, I'm happy to buy the cookies. Here's the money. I just want to help the kids. You don't have to eat all the cookies. The wish is to remain healthy, and in order for you to do that, it's time to take a leap of faith and figure out who you are and why you're here. And take a leap of faith and work out family issues and issues around family. So that can mean all kinds of different things. That can mean repairing relationships between brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, all of that kind of thing. It also can really relate to past life trauma that has held you back. We spent a lot of time in the last week talking about you taking a new journey, breaking cycles that have been, or paths that you've been on for a very long time. Most of the paths that we are walking on now have come from our family, our society, what we were taught to believe, programmed to believe. Well, this week is a great week for you to look at and say, you know what, that is your path, I respect it, but this is a path I'm going to go on. And this is the reason why. So if you want to dive into some really tough family dynamics, that'd be a good idea, because you won't go into negativity if you kind of ask yourself, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this because this is what I was expected to do from my family? Now, a couple of things. The family thing is basically more the mother influence than the father influence, but it's a time and energy influence. So how are you spending your time and energy? And you won't go into the negative things if you want to do something different than what the family has planned for you. In other words, if the family is very wealthy, banking and this and that and the other thing, but you want to be an artist or a dancer, live in Soho, something like that, this is the week to let these people that are your family know that you want to do something different. You want to try something different, be something different. It's the right time, it's the right place to do that. And if you have a plan to express how you're going to live, where you're going to live, and why you're doing it, you'll be so much better off than just saying, I'm going to be a dancer, and then turning your back and then walking out the door. That won't work. I want to be a dancer because this is how I plan to do it, this is where I plan to go, and this is how I plan on surviving on, these times. You do that, you'll be fine. And again, remember, working with family means letting go of past expectations and being you. The wish is to not harm anybody, but use your time and energy in a positive and helpful way so that you can create a more healthy, loving, and balanced situation. And in order to do that, it's time for you to do new things in new places for all new reasons. All right, that's it on your daily read. I think we kind of went over a little bit. These are only supposed to be 5 minutes, so I need to stop. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I look forward to any questions and comments that you might have, and any suggestions also too. Thank you, and I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.